Hello everyone, welcome to Lemongrass Live. I am Mike Madan, Global Head of Data Analytics Practice at Lemongrass. Today we are going to talk about as BW 7.5 deadline approaching, how is this is a strategic opportunity and what challenges customers are facing. With me, I have Mohammad Mubin, who is a principal architect in data analytics practice. Mubin, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, thanks, man. Hello, everyone. I'm Mohammad Mubin. I work directly with clients to move or transform their legacy BW system into modern cloud platforms like BDC, DataSphere, or non-SAP cloud platforms. I see 2027 deadline not just an end date, but as a turning point where enterprises can rethink how data really support their businesses.
Great. And Mubin, coming from the BW SAP background, and I coming from non-SAP, as well as, for last 7 years working in SAP data analytics background, I'm sure this conversation would be a great for customers and enterprises who are transforming their journey. So let's start with exploring why this is a strategic opportunity, how we are going to rationalize a BW, optimize BW, what does BDC role in this strategic journey to prepare that future ready architecture. So any questions are welcome in the chat as we go along. Let's kick off with why 2027 matters, right? What are the challenges customers are facing in a BW world or SAP data analytics world, keeping in mind they have made their investments in SAP and non-SAP landscape. So, Mubin, if you can talk based on your experience and shed some light around the challenges.
Yeah, after working with multiple BW customers, what I have noticed is legacy BW systems has number of challenges. To start with, high infrastructure and maintenance cost and limited scalability when data volumes start growing, and gaps in technology which makes it difficult to adapt modern analytics, AI or cloud native application. Innovation makes slowly since updates are not frequent, and teams or individuals or who are familiar with BW often find it difficult to uh, learn new cloud platforms like the BDC or DataSphere. And when we try to integrate SAP and non-SAP data, often it creates data silos and often we see quality issues. And the last but not the least is BW doesn't natively support advanced analytics. So building AI or ML capabilities take extra effort. So if enterprises delay this modernization, this problem only get worse by 2027, and which may cause operational delays and they might miss opportunities for business growth.
Excellent. So I think if I summarize this, at one hand, customers are facing issue of the technical debt and burden around maintenance of the legacy systems. At the same time, they are missing on the innovation part. What is the strategic impact of this?
It's mainly it's like it hurt the agility. So if systems are slow and we won't be able to respond quickly to the market changes or and innovate quickly like modern things like IoT or real-time analytics. So the deadline forces or pushes enterprises to stop spending money just to keep old systems alive and instead start aligning their data with their business goals.
Right. And of course, we are living in the Gen AI world. So customers are missing on the new opportunities to innovate in AI as well. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Modern platforms like BDC or DataSphere or non-SAP cloud platforms offer real-time insights, AI-driven analytics, as well as flexibility that BW simply can't provide. So we use our in-house or BW assessment accelerators to map their technical depth quickly, which helps customers or enterprises plan their modernization in a better way and in a better way and manage their modernization in a quick way.
Yeah. And one of the things we are facing, Mubin, right? And we talk on a day-to-day basis about this is as customer wants to modernize and they have a deadline for 2027, they are also working in parallel their cloud ERP or SAP modern ECC modernization onto S4 and aligning with RISE. What does that, what is the impact of this on data analytics landscape as such?
Yeah, there would be some impact to avoid their impact. So though they can the best approach is remediation aligned with their S4 migration timelines. So it is a good chance to optimize. Organizations or enterprises need to follow a proven methodology like access the current landscape, use accelerators and automation to analyze their technical depth and complex queries, and then migrate and test.
Yeah, yeah. And in general, what we are seeing with enterprises, there is like 2 to 3 to 5 year plan on S4 modernization across different region. So
Yeah.
planning and governance becomes very critical, and impact assessment throughout the chain lineage becomes more crucial as they modernize their data landscape journey. That's good. So considering these challenges, let's move on to the rationalization or modernization path for BW. How are organization overcoming these challenges? What are the kind of steps they are taking?
Yeah, their main goal is to optimize while moving to BDC or DataSphere so that they can clean up their technical debt as they migrate. So the recommended path would be the focused training and workshop on BDT tools like DataSphere and Analytics Cloud to reduce the learning curve, and a phased migration. So start with assessment and pilots, refine as you go, and then start strong governance and involving business users in building dashboards. So adoption is easier. So there are mainly two approaches like evolutionary. In other words, we can call as lift, shift, and innovate. So this is a gradual move suited for highly customized BW systems, and the other one is the revolutionary. In other words, we can call as the greenfield. So it's like start fresh in BDC, best for standard BW with minimal customizations.
Right. So let's start peeling this, a bit more, peeling this onion a bit more. Let's take through, go through our uh, different approaches: evolutionary, revolutionary, and possible. We are seeing some customer adopting a hybrid strategy as well. So let's talk a little bit about what does evolutionary approach mean in detail.
Sure. Evolutionary. In other words, it's like lift, shift, and innovate, as I mentioned earlier. So I will go in depth, like lift. So what does the lift means? So first, it's like move the BW to the private cloud, keep existing investments safe so that they can expose their BW data as a data products and build new application in DataSphere, Databricks, or other certified tools. So SAP takes our infrastructure. It means lowering the TCO, overall TCO. And then comes the shift. So it's like creating new use cases using BW data products and access the data sphere, object store, and build AI ML use cases in Databricks. And then comes innovate. So adapt public cloud releases and enable clean core ERP and move towards a lakehouse architecture and use the open partner ecosystems like we have data sphere automation framework. It can help create custom data products, and standard operational reports can move to S4 embedded analytics for real-time insights. In that way, we can divide between BTC as well as S4 HANA. So for operational reporting, we can look towards S4 embedded analytics, and for non-operational reporting, we can look towards BTC. An example would be like a financial services client with many ABAP customization use this method, and with our accelerators, they optimized some of the objects during migration while keeping critical logic intact. And then comes the revolutionary, like greenfield approach. So this is a clean flow core start with BDC. It moves technical depth, build a modern architecture, and simplifies the data strategy. So we use The same automation framework for custom data products and operational reporting shifts towards S4 embedded analytics. So the for example, one of the example for this approach would be like a retail client with standard BW. They don't have much customization. So they went through this greenfield and completed the move to BDC or data sphere. So that's like and some of the customers are following like hybrid approach, like they are moving towards SAP data to BDC or data sphere and non-SAP data to non-SAP cloud form like Databricks or Snowflake, and using the delta share they can club both and then build their entire data ecosystem.
Right. So I think if I summarize, and as you know, we talk with our customers and new customers on a day-to-day basis in terms of what do they do. They need to understand the criticality of the outcome they are looking for, right? And based on that, what are standard products available? Even in both the approaches, I think you talked about evolutionary and revolutionary. A part of it is what is standard available, right? And then what you can build custom. So it is a balance of both, right? Where the standard products are available, leverage that to make it easy. That reduces the burden we talked about around maintenance of ETL and all. And at the same time, customer is invested heavily on building business logic in BW and other ecosystem, where they would like to build custom data products, and you can basically extend and expand on to build custom data products in BDC and Databricks or any other cloud native data platform together. So I think it is a mix of both, and that requires a decision making around where exactly the workload sits. Is that right? If That's what I think we are every day discussing with customer. And me coming from this background, non-cloud, non-SAP background, and now working with SAP for last 7 years, that's my analysis, and that's what I think customers are adopting as a journey towards modern cloud data platform.
Yeah, that's correct. You are absolutely right. So most of the customers are inclined towards like a BDC. So they are moving their SAP data towards BTC, and then non-SAP data towards non-SAP cloud platforms like Databricks or Snowflake, and then doing their entire data, building their entire data ecosystem, and then building, doing their data uh, reporting and all.
Right. So I think we talked a lot about BDC, and it looks like, and it is gonna be a strategic component. And so far, based on my experience working in last 7 years in SAP world, uh, this is one of the strategic um, data platform I have seen which has come out, which is aligning with the industry standard as well. How do we see what are customers talking about in terms of SAP BDC's role, and how does it fit in a modern cloud data strategy? What are customers doing?
Yeah, as you know, BDC is a cloud native, so it offers elastic scaling, real-time data, and built-in AI capabilities. So BW was never designed for it. So it works well in hybrid setup with hyperscaler like AWS, Azure, as well as GCP. It also integrates with SSC and Joule for advanced analytics in AI. So it's like a complete, we can think of BDC as a complete data hub. So using which we can do the entire enterprise reporting in and out with for both SAP as well as non-SAP data.
Nice, nice. So BDC is kind of becoming a central part of the ecosystem, combining both SAP and non-SAP world together, right?
Yes, it's like a complete end-to-end solution for data ecosystem. So in that, BDC manages SAP core, clean core analytics, while platform like Azure or AWS handles non-SAP data and ML workloads. It's like more, it's more complex, but creates a unified environment. So for non-SAP analytics, um, we use like cloud native data intelligence platforms. So feature like zero copy data sharing with Databricks, unified data science, and AI ML integration makes very powerful. So for example, a life science customers uses BDC with Azure for critical trials and were able to speed up drug development. So one of the key lesson learned for during this is like always link back to the business outcomes, ensure strong data quality and build in privacy and compliance from the start.
Nice. I think this sets up very solid principles for the customers who are basically starting their journey towards modern data cloud integration, combining SAP, non-SAP world together. Any other insights? I know you're working on the ground, and any other insights from the projects?
Like one of the key advice would be like keep the architecture modular and flexible, share common metrics so everyone works with consistent data. With SSC, JOL, and hybrid setup, BTC enables real-time and AI-driven insights. Yeah,
Excellent. I think a great talk so far, and let's basically go through some of the questions we have got on the chat, and we will continue after that. One of the question came in is, how does optimizing during migration save cost?
that's a good question. So, like by cleaning up as you migrate, you can save up to at least minimum of 10 to 20% in infrastructure and maintenance cost. And our Lemongrass assessment accelerators capture inventory, analyze technical depth, and map query lineage. So even with tight timelines, it is a cost effective.
Yeah, so it is basically can be done in parallel of as customer decide to start their evolutionary journey of lift shift innovate. This could be done in parallel of as they are lifting the BW into let's say BDC as a first phase, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is what we are hearing from a lot of customers, that they want to optimize as they go into this journey, because that saves the cost, because BW runs on HANA, which is costly, and BDC architecture is mostly aligned towards HANA data lake files, ideally object store, which is a cost effective option.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, okay, great. Another question is, how do you handle critical custom reports in BDC?
So basically, we split them into three categories like migrate essential logic, rewrite with BTC tools, or retire duplicates. So about 20% of this work can be automated, which is a big help in evolutionary migrations.
Right. Uh, Next question is related to, what does BDC being SaaS means for customers? I think this is a great question, which we are working together on. What are the services which SAP covers as part of SaaS, and how does customer or a partner needs to work on the something called wrapper or gap services here? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So ideally, it means SAP manages the platform. So what does it mean? Like it manages the updates, security, infrastructure, but customers or partners still need to manage custom data products, data dashboards, forecasting, space setups, roles, and change management. So that's where the partners like our Lemongrass can help with our BTC starter pack. It's like training pilots, and apart from that, we have wrapper service, which can help in building the custom data products and even in ongoing support. So
Great.
that's a brief.
Yes, and rightly said, right? Adoption of any new ecosystem working in this industry, we both have seen, takes time. It's not only about the services or the functionality available in the platform, it is about enabling and training the existing team, which come from an ecosystem of BW, to adopt to the BDC world or cloud native world, to be able to follow the right principles as they start their journey on the new ecosystem. So it's basically an organizational change as well, apart from adopting the new world of technology and innovation, right? Excellent. So thank you, Mubin. What we have seen today is, I am working across a data strategy level with a lot of our enterprise customers across the board, talking to CIOs, CTOs, head of data, where they are at the same time trying to innovate and transform, but they have business strategic goals as well. And how do you align that, keeping in mind they have another challenge about rise and S4 transformation? So in this talk, what we did is trying to unpeel some of the integrities of these challenges and how we are solving problems for those customers. What are accelerators, methodology, and approaches available for our customers? And moving on the ground, working as a principal architect, implementing this, architecting this, taking these customers through that journey of BDC adoption, cloud native adoption, and moving their legacy landscapes onto the modern world. Any final takeaways, Mubin, from today?
Yeah, like we have to see like don't see this 2027 as just an end date. So we have to see it as a chance to design a data strategy for the next decade. So optimize while moving to BDC and align with the cloud ecosystem and a plan phased migration, especially if we are or if the enterprises are also starting their S4 journey. So it's like we have to think in a better way and take this as a challenge and align the data ecosystem with the business outcomes. So that's a main takeaway I can say for the today's talk.
Excellent and well said, Mubin. I think as customers start their journey, it's not only about addressing the existing challenges, but take it as an opportunity to modernize their legacy landscape, aligning with their business drivers, business goals in terms of cost reduction, increased profit, or whether we talk about introduction of new innovation and products. So with that, we are closing this session. Thank you everyone for joining. We will send you the some of the material what we talked about in an email. Please reach out to us on this email if you have any other question, and we have also provided the QR code. Looking forward to having a next webinar soon, and have a great day ahead. Take care.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.